Welcome to Blacklisted News and Reviews, your source for biased media. I'm Goma.
I'm Morty.
I'm Blacky.
Alright, today we've got some beautiful news stories to go over. Who wants to read out the first one?
Morty, why don't you take this one, since you were too busy talking about hentai.
Futa hentai. Thank you very much.
We don't care.
It's
We don't care, Morty.
I'm sure I'll
The
I'm
viewers
very
will really
loyal
give you
viewers.
props for that one, right? You're like, oh, he's a refined gentleman. It's not any sort of hentai. It's incest futa hentai. My goodness, he's a discerning gentleman with good taste.
I mean, look, if they're into that, I'm sure we can have a whole review section with Morty alone talking about different futa porn. But right now, we're trying to do news.
Right, so whenever you're ready.
The sexism proved powerful contraceptives for Chinese women. Because apparently the Hong Kong fucking debacle wasn't enough for China.
Mm-hmm. It's really... I don't even know what to say about this shit. China's just fucked.
You know,
Well,
I think with the better contraceptive for China is the fact that you probably have to pay fines if you have more than 2 children, because there's so fucking many of them.
I thought they literally killed your children if you went over the fucking limits.
Hey, that was back in medieval China. Nowadays, they just fine the fuck out of you. Or I guess in nowadays China, you lose.
I mean, isn't that?
What
I
is
mean,
that?
isn't that just
You lose citizen points or whatever the fuck that
You
stupid
lose
system there is.
citizen points. You mean social credit?
Yeah.
You lose citizen points. They kick you out of China. You gotta go live in Korea now. Man, shit.
I mean, look. What about that one article about the fucking Korean shit wine?
Oh man, well, that's not on the list, is it?
No, it's not on the list.
I'll
right
put
now.
that on the list real quick. Hold on a second.
Top 10 hacks to farm citizens points in China.
Oh man, on
All
Friday
right, Morty, start.
they reported the lowest birth rate since the founding of communist China, over 7 decades ago.
I mean, isn't that what they want? They have like too many fucking people to feed.
You would think. You would really think.
You would think. Well, you know, if China's population starts going down, we could actually win a war against them.
Are you implying we couldn't right now?
Well, I mean,
Yes,
they have a
we
lot
can.
of cannon fodder.
I mean, they might have more cities, but that's just another Nagasaki here, another Hiroshima there. It's not really that big a difference, is it?
It's like the same raid Area 51 like theory. They can't shoot all of us.
Exactly, that's just dumb.
Well,
I really
Morty,
wish,
the difference-
I really wish
the
those
difference
motherfuckers
between-
did raid Area 51 just to get fucking mowed down by machine gun fire.
Oh, I was so disappointed when they didn't. But, Morty, there's a difference between a couple, like a million idiots, and then a couple billion Chinese men charging into your machine gun. There's a reason why Russia won World War II.
They didn't have a
Russia
lot.
won
They have
World War II?
They basically did.
what? How's that? How's that win?
They gunked up all the fucking machine guns of the Germans with bodies.
Wow.
And they became fucking communists. No, that was in World War One.
Excuse you?
Morty, I think we can go through a history lesson later, but you're very wrong about that.
They became
They
communists
became
in World War One before, the revolution in Russia. Somehow the
Then
Germans were
revolution-
already like 20 steps ahead.
Didn't the revolution happen in World War One?
No.
Like
No, that's a
1917?
different revolution. Russia's
Entire
all fucked.
fucking no. We had entire fucking Pokemon captured. I bought that and I thought that was how fucking Russia became communist.
That was World First of all,
The Soviet
that
Union
was a-
was World War II.
First of all, Morty, that was a Pokemon D&D game. Second of all,
Based on revolutionary era Russia.
that was World War One.
Second of all, it was a civil war. Where the fuck are you getting this whole Soviet Revolution thing from?
I'm not fucking Russian.
You're certainly rushing to conclusions.
Let's move on to the next one.
Coping with war and crisis through memes. Do what you need to cope with World War III. Memes are the new therapy. Man, it's just it's great to see Iran and the U.S. standing off against each other, and then you have all the Iranians and the Americans coming together through memes. It's beautiful.
I mean, let's be honest. Anyone who actually believes that a war with Iran will last more than a couple hours, you're a fucking meme.
I think it may be a few days, but it's not gonna happen. There's nothing.
It's gonna take time for the US to send their troops over.
Send their troops over? You think we're gonna put people in Iran?
No, we already said
They can't bomb the land because they don't. They can't bomb the land because they don't want to waste the oil. They don't want to destroy the oil.
The oil's underground.
They have oil, like thousands of fucking oil barrels hidden in fucking storages.
You're not gonna bomb the refineries.
If they do it the trick, if they knew they were gonna go down, they might put the oil barrels like normal houses. So when you bomb them,
sort of like what Russia did in World War II, or was that 4 or 1? I don't remember.
First of all,
I don't think Iran has enough land to go with a scorched earth policy, but that's just me. Because when you bomb refineries, shit fucking explodes.
Oh shit, buddy!
Look, it's all about that Algerian indication. I blame my Algerian education.
I hope to God that the fucking radiation spreads all the way down Algeria when we fucking nuke the Middle East.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, the whole situation in World War III and so on and so forth has brought forth a lot of good memes. It's really brought back the quote-unquote donk memes.
Nobody can help either Iran or the US.
I want to describe why you're wrong, Morty, but we just don't have the time for that.
We just don't have the time for that.
That will go into a whole other conversation.
What did I say? I just made a theory.
How about the fact that even if we did blow up every barrel of oil in Iran, there's still a ton underground. It's not like they pull up most of it from underground and put it in barrels just waiting there.
Hold on to it.
What the fuck? They can just pull it up whenever they want. They're not going to keep all of it in barrels.
Fucking,
I mean, it's still a loss.
Do you know how fucking terrible of an industry that would be? Like, you make this giant factory, you invest all this machinery, you pull up all the oil at once. No, you pull up all the oil at once, and then your factory's worth nothing. Your machines are worth nothing. Everybody's out of a fucking job because all the work that would have been required has already been done.
That's like if the doctors came out and released a cure for cancer. Where are they going to get all their money from? Who's going to fund cancer cures now?
That's like
they won't get any bribes from the charity foundations anymore. Like Make-A-Wish will die if cancer isn't a thing anymore.
What the fuck?
Yeah, cancer's the only thing that kills kids, apparently.
Oh, wow, fuck. What about that one elementary school?
Have you watched most of fucking Make-A-Wish Foundation videos? It's most of them are just fucking cancer
victims. I don't go around watching dead kids. What are you on about?
I do. I like them dead or alive.
Oh my
I don't care.
Okay, moving on.
If they're dead, they'll stay kids for longer. That's a pro pedophile hack.
Right. Okay, moving on. 11 billion and counting. Trump's border wall would be the world's most expensive.
How is this still a topic that people are talking about?
How do people still believe he actually is going to build a wall? It was like to get him more notoriety.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
technically the wall is being built right now. It's not the wall that he described, but there still is
There's
a
already
kind of
like
wall.
a technical wall. Like, there's border patrol all over the border.
Yeah,
There's like
but
fences.
there's holes in that border patrol. They are building a physical wall already, but it's just
But you know they're gonna cancel the construction or just build a small one that can be completely ignored.
But I
well.
mean,
Look, I would prefer a small wall over the fence that we have.
but they're just gonna keep doing the same thing
they
they've always been doing. They come in on visas, they overstay their visas, and that's it.
I truly believe the wall would at least be some type of a problem solver. It won't solve the whole problem, but at least it will force Mexico to deal with their own problem. Because, you're not helping Mexico if you're leaving Mexico.
All I'm saying is, what if we just ship the blacks back to Africa? Like, hear me out. That was Abraham Lincoln's original plan. Once he had finished slavery, he was like, okay, we gotta send them back.
Well, the problem is they looked at Africa, saw what a shit show that is, and they're like, nope, we want to stay here.
Yeah.
We like it here. Those people, they whipped and fucked us over, but those people, they sold us into slavery to begin with.
Mm. Maybe also, the fucking infrastructure and all that. Once you lived in a house, you don't really want to go back to huts anymore.
You think fucking black slaves actually lived in houses?
We're not even reading any of these articles.
I mean, these are just talking points. I mean, what is there to say about the wall here?
We're just
It's
digging
gonna be
ourselves
expensive.
deeper
We knew
hole.
that. We knew that fucking 4 years ago.
So literally was a
I
meme.
just want to say they bring up
was
the $11 billion shit. People have spent lots of money all over the place. How about that fucking trench we dug out to be a trade route in the ocean or whatever?
They like spend $100 billion on the army, just to fucking manage it.
Yeah,
It's
we could just send that into Mexico and just fucking annex it. That would solve the fucking problem right there. Because Mexico can't fucking deal with their own shit.
Jesus
Man,
fucking
we
Christ.
can have Texas too? Electric Boogaloo?
Yes. Then Texas won't be the worst place in America.
What we're gonna have is fucking cop on our asses for
I don't know.
every
I feel like
show.
California takes over from Texas any day.
Look, I don't consider California, even though I live here, I don't consider it part of America. The people here are just so fucking brain dead or high. It's just I want it to float away with me on it.
Oh man.
Then set on fire.
But if you float away, you're gonna end up bumping into Florida.
What?
Do you want?
Hold on.
That's not how that works, Morty.
Hold on. Did you just Christopher Columbus this shit right now?
Oh boy.
Do you know the
Morty,
world isn't flat, right?
No, I'm fucking referencing to like the time when he said fucking Florida should just float away. It's like cut itself off from America.
Even if California and Florida both start floating away at the same time, there are continents. Florida would end up in like South America and Africa, and we would end up in Japan. And oh my god, I cannot wish that. The nuclear bomb would be nicer than fucking California going to Japan.
Oh goodness.
I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea where fucking California is.
Morty, have you ever looked at a map at all in your entire life?
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't know where Algeria is.
Well, I just thought that it was a made-up country, and Morty was just like somewhere over there in his mud hut that has internet. The one mud hut that has internet. I'm gonna stop this conversation now.
All right. The world's trust in the U.S. just hit a record low.
Okay, good
Best
for
and
you.
worst
I
countries
don't
according
care.
to a new U.S. whatever
It's just
study.
now. It's just now. It's a record low.
Let's go over the top 10
how?
most trustworthy countries.
Oh boy.
Canada. All right, that's fair.
That is fair.
It's too cold to really be out there robbing niggas. Switzerland, Yeah.
It's also fair.
It's kind of just
They're
mountains.
strictly neutral. They're completely and absolutely neutral.
Norway, they got
I'd
Woody
fucking
up there.
Oh boy.
But Sweden,
They-
really?
They have too
Sweden?
many NPCs.
Do we
Well,
think Sweden belongs
everyone,
there?
everyone for some reason likes
Wait,
Sweden, even though they're. But I'm not gonna finish that.
The rape rate is a little too high. I don't think I trust that.
Well, let's
But
look
like-
down at Australia,
but the only-
Netherlands,
the
and
only
then
rape-
Germany of all places.
Germany, where the gypsies roam the streets for free.
But they all. But I want to fucking bring up Sweden again. They only rape the people in their country. Unlike the US, who went to fucking Vietnam and raped like half of the population.
Okay, let's be honest. We raped a lot more people than just Vietnam, but still, Germany, the place who started 2 world wars
Pretty
and
sure,
lost
yeah.
both of them. That place is more trusted than America, who fought
Only
the
reason-
Second World War.
Mm.
Why they were able to start 2 world wars to begin with is because of their ability to become trustworthy.
You know what? No, this list is completely an example of why Germany was able to start a Second World War and get away with it. This stupidity of a list right here.
That's
This
what
type
I
of
just
stupidity.
fucking said.
And it's interesting that they also have 10 best countries. And
But how did it just now hit a record low?
Well, the only thing I can say for Germany
I've never
is
been fucking.
the only thing I can say for Germany is if they join us in this new conflict, it'll be the first world war they ever won.
but hold
You've
on.
already said that same fucking joke like 5 fucking times.
It's still funny. Fuck you.
But hold on.
I think that's the reason why we always fuck up the fucking recording. It's
Can
because
you
you say that
not?
goddamn joke.
Can you not interrupt me in the middle of me speaking? Thanks. As I was saying,
No.
on the 10 best
No.
countries list, not only is US
No.
there, but the UK is there, which is also not on the 10 most trustworthy countries. So what the fuck have they been doing?
The UK had like
Well,
half
I
of the world
believe it
fucking
has something
named
to
at
do
some
with the
point.
fact that they allow rape gangs to just go on in their country.
Yeah, I guess that and the knives and just all sorts of cuckage.
I mean, quite honestly, I don't trust the police in the UK. People who aren't allowed to use their guns, fuck you.
See, the thing is, I'm just waiting for them to institute, a rape license. So then, at least you have regulations behind it.
You're
Rape
okay.
is
You're
possible.
allowed to rape this many people this many times during this year. Otherwise, you start paying fines.
Start paying your taxes.
Always make sure to rape responsibly.
Morty, do you
And-
have your lolly license yet?
Of course, I got it like last year.
What do you mean? Lollies have always been legal in Algeria.
Yeah, but you need the license. You also need to be like properly taught how to properly rape a lolly.
Okay,
You need
moving
to
on.
you need to check for
No,
the
moving on from this conversation.
I
More
won't
idiots.
fucking back down.
Almost half of millennials are convinced World War III will happen in their lifetime. Study finds. Well, congratulations. Half of them are fucking idiots.
Well, I mean, all
Oh,
of them are idiots.
I don't think they're actually talking about the Iran versus the US. I think they're talking about it's just in general. It's gonna happen somewhere within the next like 50 years.
No, this
Which,
is all
let's be
about this
honest,
conflict.
No, if you, yeah.
If you actually scroll down and read.
I
it's all
know
about
the
me.
Algerian education system didn't teach you how to read, but let's read this for you, Morty.
Amid rising tensions between Iran and the U.S., millennials around the world are worried now more than ever that we're on the brink of World War III. It's right there in the fine print.
According to alarming
That's not
data
fine
published
print,
by the
that's
International Red Cross, millennials consider war and armed conflict to be among the top 5 most important issues affecting people around the world.
What do you mean? War is good. War is profitable.
We're really getting to the point
The reason
where it's starting to be such an
The-
insignificant concern. No one wants to fuck with the U.S. No one in Europe is really looking to get into a war. The Middle East is the only place left that has, like, enough resources and enough vigor to even try something. But even then, they're nowhere near the scale of a world war.
Ever since we introduced the nuclear bomb, war has just stopped kind of being a thing, at least on a world scale, because, you know, now everyone has a big fuck you button. No one wants to fuck with anyone else, except for these other countries who don't have a fuck you button. You talk about ISIS, like Iran.
But ISIS isn't invading anywhere. ISIS isn't doing any of this fancy shit. They're just in the Middle East fucking about.
Well, they do occasionally come over here and bomb people, but then we just fucking put our boot in their ass.
Like that, ISIS has started becoming a threat ever since they fucking sent out that 2020 Olympics threats.
You know what ISIS is? ISIS is those clown killings. Like, remember everybody was scared a few years ago about those clowns? Like, you get ambushed at night.
I remember one of the clowns getting shot.
I remember the clowns who hide away from gay people.
I don't think you've ever seen one, but okay. But ISIS has become that. It's become, like, you know, a sort of urban myth that you talk about every once in a while.
Like, unless you're in one of those countries where they're easily allowed to come in and just fucking bomb you because you suck.
Okay, so now that we've gotten the fucking political speech or fucking conversation out of the way, can we talk about this fucking Shad on a burn the wall to the ground?
What?
That's like 3 down the list. We still have to talk about the Iranian arrest who got
I'm fucking tired of goddamn Iranian.
That's too bad. That's too damn bad.
So if we needed any more proof that Iran purposely shot down that plane, how about the guy who got arrested for just filming it getting shot down?
Shameful. Absolutely disgusting.
That is just fucking admitting that you fucked up, right there.
That and arresting the ambassador. That one, I believe it was British ambassador, who was just attending a vigil for the people that died. He got fucking arrested. That is just disgusting.
That's also another reason why you should never go to Iran or any of these shit-ass fucking countries, quite honestly. It's just not worth their time.
They can't even manage their fucking military to not friendly fire on their goddamn planes.
Friendly fire?
How are they gonna fucking bomb anybody? Do anything in this war? They're not.
I mean, Russia literally did the same thing, and they're doing fine.
Are they?
What? Okay, Russia had a lot more people. Russia had plenty of people to friendly fire. Iran is a little different.
Mm-hmm. This wasn't even like a fucking enemy plane. This was just a fucking standard airliner just pulling up, depositing people off.
I just want to point out, I do not trust the Boeing. It gets shot down far too often. Whenever I see a plane flying above head when I'm like taking out the garbage or whatever, I'm like, huh, what are the chances of that plane getting shot down today?
Wait, hold on. You take out garbage? And last I remember, the entire house was a fucking dumpster. Take it out. Dude. Where the fuck do you take it out to?
He didn't say he did it regularly.
I said occasionally.
But like, I want to know, where the fuck do you take it out to? Do you like take it to the next room with like there's a little window?
Dumpster, and that's not part of this conversation, Morty.
I don't think it's neat to call your bedroom a dumpster, but okay.
Fuck you. Hey, the rats have all died. I believe the last kill count was like 94 on the rats.
Such an upstanding rat-killing gentleman.
Look, after they stole the bag of poison, I just stopped seeing them. And it started stinking in the walls.
If the plague ever happens, it's gonna fucking come from you.
It's gonna come straight out of your room.
Okay, the number one country in the world to raise kids, and it's not the U.S. by a long shot. Why does everyone hate the U.S.? I mean, I understand. We're dicks. That's
You
just
are
part of the U.S., but we're
definitely
not the biggest dicks in the universe.
fucking cesspool of leftist extremists. SJWs were created in the fucking US. You have fucking released a fucking plague
Apparently, the land of
on
the
us.
free and home of the brave is not the best place to start a family. If you're wrong. In fact, the U.S. barely cracked the top 20 best countries for raising kids. What the fuck is all this hate? I understand. Like, I completely understand. We're not the best out there. Not by a long shot. But come on. We're not the worst either.
But this
I mean,
article is...
according to this Market Watch tier list, you're still in the top 10. You're not in the top 10 trustworthy, but you're not in the top 10 best countries.
Apparently,
You're
but
like
apparently the
70.
U.S. is only in the 18th spot for this other list. However, you know what the funny thing I see here is? If you look at this article, it says the top spot was Denmark. If you look at a different article that discusses the same thing, it says that the top spot was Finland.
Well, you know, that's just a byproduct of news nowadays. News likes to lie and do all types of shit nowadays. You can't get any correct information nowadays.
And Finland has one of the highest suicide rates.
Oh, yeah. I definitely want to raise my kid in that.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I mean, I'm not saying the U.S. with their school shootings are much better, but you know what? At least if a kid comes to class in a trench coat and a gun, I like to think that the other kids at least have a chance by pulling out a pistol out of their backpack.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Let's start arming all the kids in the school, and then none of them want to shoot up the others because they're going to get shot. Because they all have.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's bring in a school where everyone has a gun, kind of like how everyone has. No, kind of like how all the countries have nukes. Let's have all the kids have guns.
Exactly.
And no one wants to shoot each other because they're a good shot.
I don't know if I trust kids.
Deadlock.
I don't know if I trust kids with guns. Maybe teachers.
There's also the other option of giving veterans.
You're literally fucking voted a child.
There's the other option of giving veterans who are looking for jobs, just have them be a security at the school. First of all, no one wants to fuck with a veteran. They'll kick your ass. Second of all, they know how to handle a shooter because they've been trained to do so. So they'll pop the fucking little asshole's ass in no time.
I mean, there's like a 50% chance that they'll just have a fucking PTSD session and just fucking drop to the ground frozen. That's kind of the downside.
Look. If the kids are going to get shot, I would at least hope it's going to be by a professional who will make it quick.
It's going to be like a coin flip, though. It's going to be a coin flip, though. Like the fucking
Morty, which would you prefer? If you were going to get shot, would you prefer to get shot by a professional or a amateur?
I mean, an amateur, because at least I have a chance to fucking survive.
Honestly, I would like the professional who would make it quick. Because I would like to not sit there on the ground bleeding to death.
Such a riveting conversation there.
This conversation got real.
I was just going to say, trying not to talk about random bullshit, that I'd prefer to live in a country that isn't, happy smiles and fake bullshit all around me all the time.
That's why you left the Portuguese.
Catch these hands, my nigga. Catch these hands, my nigga.
I will burn the world to the ground. Bound Brooks, arson suspect, raving online posts. Holy shit, this guy. What are all those spots on his forehead?
I didn't know they arrested you, Blacky. Damn.
Holy. Look, I at least have more hair and a bigger beard than that. Fuck you.
Don't fucking disrespect Blacky's beard.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
I worked very hard for this neck beard.
Actually, that actually looks like a combination of all three of us. Like, if you took the worst traits of all three of us.
He's not black. What are you talking about?
None of us are fucking black.
Damn.
But then again, Morty, you're not black either, so whatever.
Hold on. So, this man, Juan Hector Padilla, if you will, He's out here posting random shit on Facebook. One by one, you will die. I was born in Paterson, New Jersey, and the United States of America is trying to get me killed. I will burn the world to the ground.
Wait, hold on. Isn't that the same last name as Adrian?
What? No.
No.
It's the same last name as that one dude from Smosh. If that helps you.
Oh yeah.
Before the fire
Yeah,
was brought under control, it had wiped out the construction site, spread to several homes and an electrical store.
You gotta speak up there.
I'm kind of reading to myself for a second here. I'm a little interested in
Wow, really fucking over the viewers. Prosecutors
Look,
say
they
the
can-
fire.
They can,
Not a lot
they
of
can fucking read the post themselves. It's in the fucking description.
Morty, this is America. We're all fucking lazy. here.
Padilla was arrested and charged with aggravated arson. Prosecutors say the fire caused at least $52 million worth of damage. More than 100
Holy shit.
residents were forced out of their homes, and 15 people were permanently displaced because of the fire damage. This fucking mad lad just...
Well, you know, that's
went
the elected
crazy.
chair right there, quite honestly.
I mean, honestly, he's mad. He doesn't deserve to really come back into society after doing all this shit.
Oh, fuck no.
I mean, he
I was
literally
just gonna
gave
say,
them.
$52 million? You can't fucking pay that back. Not even with
But
the life
I
time
always
in
wondered.
prison.
I always wondered, like whenever a fucking accident happens, they always fucking bring up a number that's in the fucking millions. Like,
Buildings are expensive. Do you not know
Well,
that?
Morty, I wouldn't know
Follow
about your
that.
mud hut. I wouldn't know about your mud huts, but buildings here cost money.
Yeah.
I'm a bit doubtful on those numbers. Though. Like, if it takes that much money to build every fucking building, how the fuck do you even have any fucking money left? Is this why the fucking government fucks you over in taxations?
No, that's just because they don't know how to manage their money.
Morty, it's not just the building. There's also all the shit inside the buildings.
You think they actually had a fucking account of all the things inside the building?
Yes.
I fucking
It's
get it.
called damage reports.
It's
Morty.
called
It's called
having
insurance.
logs of your assets. I mean, I
Look,
know there's no
Morty,
businesses in Algeria, but you know.
I understand you live in fucking mud huts with nothing to your name, but some of us like to keep track of that shit.
Exactly. So then when shit like this does happen, you can tell the insurance, hey, I need this much money back. But now here's the
Or
real
if you-
thing, though. Speaking of insurance, what if this was a big old scam for insurance fraud? You pay this random fucking guy off, you get him hooked on drugs, you get him talking about random shit and burning stuff down, and then you collect money from the insurance company.
I mean, I can see the
fucking
logic
insurance.
behind it. I can see the logic behind it, but there's a lot of risk involved there. I mean, what if he just ends up ODing or burning you down with it?
Or what if he ends up just fucking selling you out?
I don't know, but it's just strange. This random guy just goes fucking crazy, starts posting a bunch of dumb shit, and then he brings out a massive fire? Like, I wouldn't even think someone like him would be, like, competent enough to do this.
Well, you know, I like to think it was completely on accident, and he fucked that up, but fucked it up correctly.
No, he literally fucking sent
He
a
got a
post.
he got a he got a critical success on that, huh?
Yep.
The building crit failed its endurance check. SMH. All right.
Oh,
Putin is sending a message to the world with his shock announcement. Okay.
Shock.
By the way, this is from the
Yes.
Clinton News Network, so be warned of that. When Russia's entire government resigned on Wednesday, entire government resigned
Yeah, apparently.
on Wednesday.
Nani?
Even long-term Kremlin observers were taken by surprise. Earlier in the day, Vladimir Putin was announced his plan to push through reforms that would make his successor as president less powerful by redistributing power in such a way that the Russian parliament and office of prime minister will have a greater clout. What the fuck is this? Because last time I checked, that's not how Russia works.
UK route. They're fucking
What?
taking the UK route.
Vladimir Putin, the liberals' devil, is giving up power. What the fuck is going on here? Morty, Has hell frozen over? Has Algeria frozen over there?
He was here.
I mean, it has snowed in the first time since like 20 years.
Oh
20
man.
years. In Africa?
But wait a second. The Russian constitution forbids Putin from standing for re-election as president. However, there's nothing stopping him from becoming prime minister. It seems that this might just be a diversion to give him more power when he becomes prime minister.
Oof.
Oh, that's like a fucking big brain move. That's a fucking 14 chess. That's 14 chess right there.
That's at least
I was under the assumption that that calling him President Putin was just a figure of speech. I assumed he was just a dictator.
Well, with this move, yes. See,
I mean, like, if you pull something that smart, like, I think you deserve the fucking position.
Well,
like, if you
I'm
can
not
fuck
going
over
to
your
agree with
country,
you, but
like, if you can fuck over your country to such an extent, I'm sure you can fucking use that big brain and fuck over other countries.
There's been plenty of people who have fucked over their country. Look at Germany's prime minister. Look at Mexico. Who the fuck ever is running Mexico?
Who the fuck ever is running Mexico? Oh my god.
I always thought like, Mexico was just a bunch of fucking disbanded tribe lands.
No, they are very organized. Very organized. Whatchamacallit.
But wow, I don't know, man.
Cartel. That's the name. Yes, Mexico is run by a very organized cartel.
Yes.
Wait, the cars can talk?
This is a crazy consolidation of power, though.
Oh yeah.
He's just securing his position.
If this backfires on him, it's gonna be hilarious.
It's gonna be terrible, like for him. But I mean, wow, this is a power move if I've ever seen one.
Oh yeah.
Like what this inside like fucking thing with like making prime minister like the people who actually run the country like what like they literally just renaming the fucking president title.
Because there used to be kings and queens and everybody got fucking pissy. So then it wasn't. And there it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess everyone who hates America also hates the term president. Because there's some sick fucking
Germany's
people
got
out
a
there.
chancellor. Canada's got a prime minister. I don't know. But the chancellor of Germany, like you said, is just really... Ugh. Merkel's just the worst.
Did you make?
Let's look at the EU. By the way, if we're gonna have World War III, it will most likely be with the EU whenever they get that army of theirs running. But what the fuck am I? World's first biometric opioid vending machine unveiled in Vancouver's downtown east side.
Wait, you can hold on. Wait, you can just buy opioids?
Apparently. And what the fuck is this world's first biometric vending machine? What the fuck is wrong with slotting your coins in?
Well, no, it's
basically like
you're verifying your identity with biometrics.
Yeah, what happens is just putting money into the machine and receiving product.
Like you need to, but you need to actually verify that you're registered. Opioids.
Yeah, you need to be registered to get opioids.
Oh, okay. So you have to be a registered
drug addict. Yes.
Yes. Oh boy.
This is basically for like people who
this
like.
This is fucking ridiculous, though. Just vending machines? Like, what is this? What happened to fucking pharmacies?
Like
well, I guess it makes it easier for the cops to watch.
I think the idea here is
and also there's no risk of anyone getting stabbed in the engagement.
I believe the idea here is that it's supposed to stop overdoses by giving you easier access to it, but holy fuck, I don't know if this is the way to tackle that.
I mean, I can only assume that vending machine deaths will skyrocket in Vancouver.
I believe if we do allow people to stabilize their routine a little bit more by having a secure, safe place where they can get their drugs, there will be a lot more time for connection.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, fucking people just go there with fucking metal bats and just fucking smash the fucking thing open and take off the opiates.
I mean-
the vending machine statistic for deaths is gonna rise in Vancouver. I can tell you
The
that.
thing is,
When some drug addicts,
opioids are not like marijuana. It's not like a thing where you smoke it recreationally, you just enjoy it on the weekends or some shit. This is a fucking addiction. Like, this is opioids, my man.
I mean, this is the fucking basically Hong Kong was sold because of opioids.
What's gonna happen when you have a homeless?
Italy.
What's gonna happen when you have some guy who, you know, is used to getting his opioid doses from this machine? He loses his job. He loses his home. He's now out on the streets, fucking mangy, and he sees one of these machines. He's gonna go to town on it. He's gonna go to town on
and then
this
he's gonna
fucking
knock
machine.
it over on top of him and die.
He's gonna stab people to get their money for this shit. He's gonna rob them. He's gonna break the shit out of the machine, and he's gonna overdose on the opioids and die anyways.
Does it even say that the vending machine costs money? Because in the video they showed, I don't think that guy put money in the machine.
I think it's probably tied to whatever you're registered with. Like maybe you have to register with a card or some shit.
The machine, an 800-pound secure dispenser similar to an ATM, is located near the overdose prevention site on East Passenger Street. It uses a biometric scanner to read the vein pattern of the palm of the user's hand to verify their identity. Jesus Christ.
Imagine if the fucking thing glitched out and like gave you all the fucking opioids.
Oh yeah, what if it glitches out? That too.
You think a fucking opioid addict will just say, nah, fam, I'll just take my fucking...
that's not my dose, man.
Bullshit.
Dr. Lynette Reeves said the approach carries its own dangers. She said that while harm reduction is important, the approach fails to address what she calls the underlying cause of overdose deaths: addiction. At least there's one person in this article who has any fucking sense. She pointed to the Portuguese model of decriminalization, in which users are not arrested for possession, but are instead given long-term free drug treatment, housing, and subsidized job placements. That's what we gotta do. We gotta get these people off the fucking streets. Get them off the fucking drugs.
The 8 milligram pills cost 35 cents each. Said Tylenol all the time. They are typically crushed and injected by people who previously used Oxycontin when the drug was more widely available. 35 cents for this. Holy shit, people are getting high off their asses.
What the fuck? I can't even go buy fucking like headache meds for that kind of money.
I couldn't buy a pack of gum for 35 cents.
Damn.
What would be a really good fucking scam? Just fucking get all the opioids and just fucking sell them for higher prices, like in other countries. Like, it's literally.
Tylenol or whatever the fuck this guy's name argues, limiting supply to a clinical setting with strict rules and regulations is less effective than just letting them stick it whenever they fucking want and just dying.
Jesus.
They're both
Do you know how many overdoses happen in drug dens because they're allowed to just drug up all they want in a drug den? That's why we don't let drug dens happen.
Oh my goodness.
Both of those fucking options.
What's gonna happen when a guy goes to the vending machine, gets high, strung up, and then starts running rapid in the fucking streets right after that?
I mean, are the other vending machines like connected or like what? Like, can you like go to each separate fucking machine and get
machine and just get more doses?
I think there's only like one machine so far, but yeah, just go to the machines. Or, I'm not sure if this would work, but I can see people attempting to chop off. No. Listen, I'm not sure how this would work, but I know someone's going to attempt it. Someone's going to start collecting hands, and then just have a belt of hands, and start putting them up to the machine so we can get more of it. Someone's gonna get fucking high, chop off a bunch of fucking hands, and then try to get more drugs.
Oh boy, I think we've covered enough.
Like on next week's
gonna happen. Mark my words.
On next week's fucking podcast, we're gonna hear about this fucking opioid vending machines fucking being destroyed.
Iran's Caliban. I can't fucking speak that language. Slammed cowardly European governments
They really think that anybody's gonna give them support. You are fucking out of your mind.
Maybe some people were going to give some support before you shot down a plane. I mean, it kind of looks bad, especially when you start arresting people who are filming it. The more you're in a bad position right now.
I like how they call France and Germany American lackeys.
Oh man, I hope
American lackeys.
I hope like everybody just shuts Iran out. Sanctions here, sanctions there. Just need a timeout, Iran. Iran, you really need a timeout.
They should fucking put the opioid dispenser in Iran.
Iran, yeah. Oh, that would go over great.
Jesus.
You want to fucking shut it down there?
And then the entire country became addicted to meth.
I mean, that's what they did to fucking yes.
Oh boy.
Fucking Mexico,
fuck.
other fucking countries.
A kidnapped teen was rescued after using Snapchat to tell her friends where to find her.
Well, why the fuck did they let the teen? Why did they let the teen keep the phone? That's the sloppiest kidnapping ever.
Why did she use?
Did she use the dog?
Why didn't she like message the police instead of using Snapchat?
Well, she's on Snapchat. Her brain cells aren't working very well.
Wait, she has to fucking take a selfie, like for those fucking Instagram
I'm getting kidnapped. Hang on, let me take a selfie real quick.
Guys, I know you're kidnapping me, but like, if I could just take one quick selfie, I promise you.
I bet you these three dumbasses who let her do that would probably have been like, oh, hey, let me get the picture too. Yeah, a big group picture. My first kidnapping.
Look at the lights. Look at the lights.
You know, these guys look like the type of guys, especially the guy on the right there, looks like the type of people who would go to an opiate vending machine.
He looks someone's fucking peeking.
But hold on, this is interesting though, because the guy on the right is 31, the guy in the middle is 34, the guy on the left is 55. 55.
Still fucking dead.
It was going to be a very weird gang rape.
They're all Latino, and I just don't know.
All of them?
Yeah, I mean, Vasquez, Salvador, Avarenga.
Are you sure the fucking middle dude doesn't look Latino?
He's one of those Mexicanos. He's one of those like deep Mexicanos.
Oh, at first I thought he looked a little Asian, but that shows what the fuck I know.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Sometimes you've seen some Latinos and they kind of look Asian.
A California teen, of course it was a California teen, fucking idiot, who had been kidnapped by three men, was rescued after she used Snapchat to help her friends find her. What? Like, I'm gonna say this again. Why the fuck did they not take her phone away? What the fuck are these three idiots doing?
I don't know. Police say Vasquez met the teen girl in the nearby city of Capitola that same day, where he gave her drugs until she was incapacitated. Why were they meeting?
They gave her opioids.
No, I don't think they gave her opioids, but...
Okay, don't you know you're supposed to tie up the girl, take away all her fucking shit, and then take a train ride on her? Yeah, I'm gonna stop that conversation now.
But like, why is she?
I'm just saying, this is a sloppy kidnapping.
Why is she meeting with this guy, and why is she accepting drugs from this dude?
Because she's from California.
This is a 14-year-old girl. Why is she alone meeting with old men? Okay,
look, there are only two. I've once heard California described as a granola bar. There are two types of people in it: nuts and flakes.
Nuts and flakes. Wow.
That describes California to a T right there.
You know, the only thing I'm upset about is that there's not a picture of the girl. Because we don't get to laugh at her like we did. Like with
the gremlin.
Like with the girl that was fucking shot.
Oh boy, we went so hard on that little girl for no reason.
I am like looking back on it. I'm glad that fucking episode is never gonna see the light of the day.
Look at these three jackasses laughing at a dead girl.
Laughing at a dead girl and her father who got shot. Oh boy, I'm not gonna get into that.
Oh, we gotta pick up the pace a little bit. We're losing time here.
Oh boy, we've still got a couple more to go.
We got a few more to get through. Morty, how about you read one since you haven't been reading anything today?
Well, you fucking took my first article when I was fucking supposed to fucking read it.
Here, you can take.
Well, you weren't reading it. Look, Morty, I'm pretty sure you know a lot about this next article.
Woman claims Fuck you, Blacky. Fuck you. Woman claims diaper delivery from Amazon contained human waste.
Well, I only have one question. Did you order the waste, or was that just a bonus?
It was just a bonus. It was just,
it was an extra fertilizer.
It's one of those, you buy 10, you get one free.
You
I have a little stamp punch card.
What if a bunch of drug addicts go and grab up the fucking vending machine, put it in the back of their truck, and then just drive to their den?
You know a great way to fucking transfer the drugs? Diapers.
Oh boy.
A woman in New Jersey claims she got very unpleasant and potentially hazardous Amazon delivery this week when she ordered 2 boxes of diapers. Why the fuck would she order the entire 2 boxes?
Why are you ordering boxes of diapers from Amazon?
It's
Get off your
cheaper.
lazy ass and go down to the Walmart and buy some fucking diapers.
Wait, hold on a second. Place an order for diapers on Amazon's warehouse section where open box and return items are... You're allowed to return open box diapers? Excuse me?
What?
Excuse me?
Now we know where the fucking waste came from.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, I didn't really like these diapers. I'm gonna return them real quick.
Yeah, I tried them out. They weren't real great on my ass, so I packed them back in there. I left you a little bonus, though. And that would imply whoever got the return didn't check it for shit.
Amazon says that they are conducting an investigation, and their website says that all open box and resold items are certified. By who?
I mean,
who?
Imagine you're a fucking minimum wage fucking
Amazon
team
worker.
Or minimum wage, and some fucking fat dude just delivers you a box of fucking used fucking diapers.
They've got drones working their warehouses now, so I guess they're a little understaffed.
I don't think they have. I don't think drones have evolved, been made with thumbs. They can't fucking shake diapers.
What a fucking discovery that would be.
Oh boy!
It's fucking programmed them to fucking identify
I have
shit.
the question. Who really put the shit in there? Was it the person who returned it, or was it just some guy who was working at Amazon and couldn't make it to the bathroom, or wanted to try out the product?
I wouldn't be surprised with the way Amazon's going if that was, if the employees have to wear diapers, they have to be locked in a cage, wear diapers, and they just work in the warehouse like that.
Holy shit!
Else from Jersey City, New Jersey. Wait, hold on. There's a fucking place called Jersey City, New Jersey.
There's also a place called New York City in New York. Wow.
It's weird and uncreative, Morty. Have you not realized?
Is there not an Algeria City in Algeria?
Oh boy!
Never mind. They don't have cities there.
You don't want to go there.
They don't have cities in Algeria.
Coming back to California, let's talk about an elementary school that got fuel dumped all over the playground.
We haven't fucking finished talking about the diapers.
I think we've talked about
what
shit.
What more do you have to say about
the
diapers?
Yeah, what more do you have to say?
I mean, I want to know which specific type did she buy so I can get them.
We're moving on now.
How about you read this next one, Blacky?
California elementary school students hurt after plane dumps fuel all over the playground. Nearly 60 people treated.
How does this happen?
Kind of a big oof. I don't know.
How do you just dump fucking fuel everywhere? Also, Delta Airlines. Fuck you, Delta Airlines.
Hold on,
this is why I don't like flying. Putting my Fright of Heights away for a second.
Fright of
They're
Heights.
just terrible airlines.
It's god awful.
Yeah. I don't think they say if it's a Boeing.
I'll Google it real quick. Hold on, you guys keep talking.
Nearly 60 people were treated for minor injuries after a Delta Airlines flight bound for Shanghai, China, dumped fuel all over an elementary school playground surrounding areas.
I think they were like fucking aiming for another place and they missed the targets.
They were trying to dump it in China.
Isn't fuel important for the plane to fly? Like, that's my question.
It was a Boeing. It was a Boeing.
Of course it was a Boeing.
It was a Boeing 777.
Boeings are the only planes we use for commercial flights.
Boeings are just everywhere. It's the only plane that ever exists. It's just Boeings.
Look, I still want to bring back the fucking paratrooper planes from World War II. Bring those back.
They don't dump fuel.
I would ride. At least 20 children and 11 adults at Park Avenue Elementary School in Los Angeles suburb were treated for skin irritation.
Fuel just dumped on you.
Yeah, imagine the kids who were looking up at the. No, wait. Imagine the kids who were looking up at the plane like, oh, look, a plane. What the fuck is that? Oh, my mouth was open.
My eyes.
No, they weren't fucking blinded. They were literally hit by the literal tons of fucking fuel.
Yeah, if there's that much fuel from that high up, the impact of it will be fucking hurt probably too. Jeez. Probably knocked a kid or two. These are elementary school children. They can barely lift their fucking heads up.
Imagine just fucking you're fucking chilling, fucking.
The fuel release was apparently part of normal procedure to reach a safe landing weight. You know, if you're because when you have to land safely, you just dump fuel on people.
What the fuck?
Excuse me.
So wait.
I was just imagining a kid like swinging on the playground. All of a sudden, a bunch of fuel comes down. They slide out the fucking swing and go flying.
Goma, what you're saying is that this particular Boeing was about to crash, and it had to fucking dump fuel.
They had some sort of engine issue. It doesn't say it was about to crash, but like they were trying to land safely and decided to just dump fucking fuel everywhere.
You know what I'm starting to believe Blacky about, like, every fucking Boeing crashes.
Oh wow. Apparently, there were 2 schools hit, a high school and the elementary school.
My god.
Let's see, 14 schools were affected. Why are there that many schools clumped up? Or was this just a fucking targeted attack?
If you look at the image, like, there's just like a fucking giant stream of jet fuel just going on, my dude.
What the fuck? 14 schools! What? Was this block full of schools, or did this fucking pilot contain schools? What the fuck?
He just went
14 of them!
How do you, like, at what point do you have to go, alright, where should we dump this fuel? This empty field? Or all these schools?
Oh, hey, look, this is an elementary school. Fuck them.
Now, Pajit, you must choose wife.
Plural. Elementary schools. Plural.
We are deeply concerned about reports of impacts on the ground from fuel release, and are in close communication with Delta and first responders as their investigation continues, the airport tweeted.
Oh boy. Alrighty. Asian grooming gang free to roam streets because officers were told to find other ethnicities to investigate detective claims.
Excuse me, what?
At least 57 young girls are thought to have been exploited by a pedophile network of around 100 suspected perpetrators based in South Manchester in the 2000s. The gang mainly comprised of Asian men. Hooked their victims on drugs.
Somebody did challenge me?
Hooked their victims on drugs, groomed, and sexually abused them. One girl died after being injected by heroin.
Wait, did they say, oh, they actually say what drug. God damn it, you ruined my fucking joke. You ruined my fucking joke.
It's not opioids, unfortunately. It's just heroin.
No, but that brings up another thing. They have easy access to opioids. What if they're sharing them around?
Yeah. But, back on this matter, though. I met Imagine, you're one of those 57 young girls, and you're wondering to yourself, where the absolute fuck are the police? And the police are just like,
no,
I'm pretty sure it's this gang. But
I think their minds would have been a bit more preoccupied about why this guy that's shoving it in my mouth doesn't ever shave. That would probably be one of the first things in my mind, or why the fuck he's not ever bathing. But that's probably where the police are is probably top of the list somewhere.
Oh my goodness! But
I guess if you live in the UK, you can just give up on the police because apparently
if you live in the UK
this is what happens
and you're non-white, you can just get away with anything.
I bet you the fucking person.
This is what happens when we're too tolerant. Sometimes we just have to tell them to shut the fuck up, Morty.
Fuck off. And I bet you the fucking person who told the officers not to fucking look into it was probably a part of it.
Oh my goodness.
No, they were probably just a special snowflake that thought, oh, it's racist to talk to the people who are fucking violent motherfuckers. Who have a history of their country being
that we
ass.
suspect is raping women.
There's a reason why Muslims are not well. There's a reason why. There's a reason why anyone from the Middle East is not very well liked because their countries have a very bad track record.
It's Asia. This is Asia, for fuck's sakes.
But okay,
no,
the Middle East is still counted part of Asia. It's still counted as part of Asia, but they just say Asia so they don't have to say the Middle East. But we all know what it is. There's not a bunch of Japanese. There's not a bunch of Japanese or Chinese people coming over here and raping.
You do know the fucking Japanese love gangbangs. This would be right there up their fucking alley.
Morty,
the Japanese are repressed motherfuckers. They only
rape
that in hentai. That's the reason their hentai is so crazy.
That's why.
You don't see any crazy porn coming out of any other countries except for maybe like Germany.
Someday, the fucking Japanese are gonna blow up, and all their fucking craziness.
I think they blew up a little bit prior.
I was gonna say, I think they got plenty of blowing up from World War II.
I think they had their chance to blow up.
Oh, high five.
Man.
All the fucking repressed urges will just fucking pop.
But back to my point. Everyone hates hates Americans because we're assholes. We accept that. But you know what? Everyone also hates the Middle East because, you have a track record. America has a track record of being assholes, and the Middle East has a track record of being assholes. But apparently because they're brown, apparently because they're brown, they get a free pass to come and rape women. Well, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Just let the cops do their job. Stop interfering, you fucks. Sensitive ass motherfuckers. I hope you get raped.
The thing is, this was back in 2004. And this
stuff
hasn't come to light until just now.
Oh yeah, they were some people telling the police to suppress. I've heard a lot about this actually, Goma. They've been telling the police to actually suppress this shit. Like, don't let this come to light. No, just suppress.
A bunch of it's happening in Sweden too.
Oh yeah,
with the fucking rape bracelets and shit.
I watched a video, like a video cam of like 12 or something Swedish police officers trying to take down one guy because none of them they were all too pussy because it's Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
Took 12 of them to take down one dude.
That's fucking ridiculous.
We're almost through the list.
We're almost done here, boys. The world is gonna just keep getting worse, but we'll be here to cover it.
At least we'll fucking live longer. I'm actually now looking forward to next week just to see if the fucking all-pure dispensing machine is gonna get destroyed or not.
It'll probably take a little bit more than a week. Probably take a little.
No, you know what? No, I give it 3 days. I give it 3 days.
Goma, you're giving humanity too much fucking faith.
No, the thing
how
is,
can you go through
think about it logically. This is an installation by like a company that's probably worth millions. They're not going to leave it unguarded for the first month. Like after about a month, you'll be like, yeah, okay, people are doing all right. We don't need to spend any guards.
I've seen companies.
I think it's proof enough that they thought this was a good idea to begin with, but they're not thinking very hard about this.
Exactly.
That's fair. How about you read this last article, Mort?
Oh, I thought that was a fucking YouTube video. Oh, you gave me the fucking BuzzFeed article. A nurse with
I
over
just
a million followers on TikTok is facing backlash for a video saying abstinence is the best way to prevent STDs.
But she's not
What the fuck is wrong
wrong.
Yeah, let's be fair. That is the best way.
It's the-
How do you avoid getting AIDS? Don't fuck the person with AIDS.
My goodness.
I mean, Blacky, you're coming from a country where people fucking willfully and consciously decide to give each other AIDS.
I'm coming from the fucking state where they made that a misdemeanor.
My God. Just
By the way, after that was made a misdemeanor, there was a skyrocketing, what's it called? Not abortions, but stillbirths. That's it. There was a skyrocket in stillbirths that same month.
I'll never get over that
woman
fucking
qualified
image where it's, you know, it's been made a misdemeanor, and then like about a year later, it's like the rates are up, and people think it's about racism, and no, you dipshit.
No, they think it's about her, gay people being against gay people.
Gay
or
people
being
and racism and all
homophobic.
this other shit. No, you dipshits. You let people
no.
fucking give each other AIDS for free. What are you doing?
First of all, why? I want to point out, who the fuck is giving backlash to this woman? You know, she's over here saying, "Oh, wait for until marriage for sex," but you know what? She's not forcing anyone
You
to do
fucking let
that.
me
She's
go
just-
through the fucking article. Maybe we'll fucking find out.
Go ahead.
All right, you fucking sand crab. Come on,
Go
go.
ahead.
Nurse Holly has since apologized for and deleted the video. So they literally fucking forced her to fucking delete the video for just saying some fucking common fucking facts that not having fucking sex would prevent sexually transmitted diseases.
Are you gonna read the article, Morty?
By Nurse Holly on social media, specifically in TikTok, where she has 1.7 million followers, is facing backlash for not promoting abstinence as the best method for STD prevention in a video. Well, that's her fucking first mistake. She's on TikTok.
Yes. And I think the reason a lot of people got fucking super salty about this is because
Okay,
she didn't specify.
let's
She didn't specify, like, you know, not having sex at all. She just said, wait for sex until marriage, which is reasonable.
okay.
But really,
Let's read the actual article that Morty failed to read. People who watched the video commented that they felt it was
fuck's sake.
irresponsible for her to suggest abstinence from sex as medical advice. Let's be
How
honest,
is that
for you
irresponsible?
fucking degenerates out there, it's not really irresponsible. She's not forcing anyone into. She's just suggesting that maybe if you don't fuck the person with herpes, you won't get herpes.
How is
I
that
think that's pretty fair medical advice. You
How
fucking
is that
degenerate.
irresponsible? How is that in any way irresponsible?
I think the irresponsible people are the people who get fucked by someone who has goddamn fucking liver cancer or whatever and gets it themselves from that fucking anal.
well, let me read a quick quote here. Nurse Holly is wrong. The only way to ensure you never have any STDs is to never have sex of any kind, which is unreasonable for most people. No, that's not how that works.
How's it
That's
unreasonable?
not at all
There are
how
a
it
lot
works.
of there are a lot of people who can fucking control themselves.
Exactly.
Who fucking degenerate.
Second of all,
I mean,
just get yourselves checked. That's all you need to do. And then if
There is such a thing.
You don't-
Look, there is
you
such a
don't-
thing as not having random sex with random people.
Exactly.
You don't even need to fucking willfully abstain from sex. I mean, have you ever heard of incels?
Look at this commenter. Oh, this is big brain comment here. Best way to prevent flu is to live in an isolated chamber, one person recording.
No, the best way to
Wow,
prevent
your
flu is to
report
not
is
live with
fucking
people who have
retarded.
fucking flu, you dipshit.
Yeah, the best way to fucking prevent flu is not to live in a fucking...
That's like saying, oh, I don't want to catch the flu, but here, let me just fucking French kiss this guy who's suffering from flu, and it's like
Exactly.
leaking
Like,
out
the
of all
best
his
way-
orifices.
The best way to fucking prevent flu is not have a fucking anti-vax mob. That's the
Oh,
fucking
boy.
best way to prevent flu.
Okay,
That's how to prevent death, but
think about it like this. The best way to not get fucking shot is to not go walking around the ghettos. Right?
like I think it was fair advice. I don't think the backlash
Like,
is
okay,
really
sure, you might get shot in a nice cozy suburb, But I think you have a little bit of a higher chance if you just go wandering around the ghettos. And same thing here.
Or if you
Don't
walk
go fucking
around
random people.
I understand the whole wait for marriage before sex thing is kind of a controversial topic, but
How is this
I think that was fair advice. You don't have to follow that advice.
You also don't have to fuck
Exactly,
random
she's not
people.
forcing you to.
You don't have to-
There is literally nothing controversial about this.
Other nurses are now creating TikToks of their own in response to offer non-judgmental perspectives and other alternatives for safe sex.
No, because you niggas need to be judged. You're making dumb decisions.
Yeah, whatever happened to judging people? What is this fucking state of the world where, we can't judge anyone? Everyone's lifestyle is fine. No, there are some people whose lifestyles suck. You need to stop. You need to
Like
people,
yours.
You need
Clean out
some
your
people
fucking
just
room,
need-
Blacky.
Some people
Like you
just
would
need
with-
someone to come to you and say
We need
your
to bring
life
bullying
sucks.
back.
Stop it.
We need to bring bullying back because it is
Black-
not okay
yeah.
for you to
Black-
just
We-
go into school.
You were not bullied. You were not bullied nearly enough in school. You
Blacky,
were not
your life-
thrown in the trash
Blacky.
enough.
What do you want to
Black-
say?
I
Your
Black?
remember
life
when I was
sucks.
in school. I remember when I was in school. I said something dumb or did something dumb. I would get bullied by everyone because I did something stupid. You all need to get bullied.
What did you want to say, Morty?
Like, your life sucks. Stop it.
Well, Morty, I have tried to commit suicide multiple times, but
Oof.
that hasn't gone through yet. I'm working on it, Morty.
Make sure to tell me when you are actually able to do it.
I will tell you when I'm dead, Morty.
No, tell me before, so I can film it.
Okay. I will
Please
personally. You know what? The day I decide to hang myself, I will call you up on the phone. I will have you listen to me hanging from the fucking roof. I'll be like, "All right, Morty, here it goes." Yeet, and then jump off the fucking chair, and you'll just hear a swinging sound as the phone drops onto the floor.
How did we get here? We were talking about abstinence.
That sounds like an instant hard-on.
All right, Morty. I'll video chat with you during. I'll pull down my fucking pants. You can see my dangling, wingling as I'm dangling. Will that help you, Morty?
Yes.
I can't breathe. Oh
Can you
my god.
Can you also add a few descriptions of your own as you're shocking?
All right,
Just
I think that's enough of
clients-
that TikTok.
This is one last article. It just the only thing to say about this article is Koreans and poop wine.
Like,
Dr. Lee Cheng-soo, a traditional Korean medicine doctor, is a specialist in feces wine. Tongsul, I don't know, is a medical drink that is made from fermented human feces and rice wine that is 9% alcohol content. The doctor described how in the past, many would treat
Wait,
wounds.
what the fuck is up with his eye? He just fucking turned on my screen. What the fuck is up with his eye?
What?
oh my god, what the fuck is up with his eye?
I don't know.
Looks like the guy just got punched.
Yeah, he got beat up. It's from that's from like some sort of
No,
novella.
no,
drama
some of the poop wine got into his eye.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
I just want to ask, who the fuck took a shit and then looked at it and like, oh, I can make wine out of that.
I mean, to be fair, Blacky, we do fucking
They make
purify
coffee
piss,
out of like shit, don't they?
koala shit.
From
The world is a very strange place to me.
cat poof cat.
It was,
It's cat poof coffee. Kopi luwak.
but we do actually.
Well,
We as
that we do
humans. No, to be fair, we as humans do purify piss and shit to create water. So go in an
What?
extra step.
No,
Where the fuck did
that's
that
not how that works, Morty. You don't
can
purify piss and shit to make water. You take the shit and piss out of the water so that you have water.
That's what I fucking meant. Fuck off.
Well, what you described to me is somehow detoxing the fucking.
No,
You just take a
no,
fucking log of shit and you detox and you just get water. That's how that works.
no.
You take a fucking. You take a huge log of shit, pour it in your fucking toilet, drop one of those fucking tablets they use in Africa to get clean water. You just take your fucking your plunger and stir it up a little bit as it dissolves in the water. Then you fucking get a strainer or whatever, pull up the shit and take a fucking nice bite out of it, and there you go.
You know, if you can do that, do the description while you're shaken, I'd really appreciate it.
Oh man. So the doctor described how in the past many would treat wounds, heal broken bones, and detoxify their body with the feces wine.
Okay, now he's just fucking.
Hold on, wait. This is the best part here. The best used feces are ones from children aged 4 to 7, as their poop doesn't smell.
I wish we were doing video because my expression as you read that, I am stunned.
Oh,
what the fuck?
I don't know. All Korea was
Wait,
Korea.
hold on. Even show the process of making the wine in a documentary produced by media outlet Vice.
I don't want to know about poop wine, poop water.
When he showed this documentary, like when he did this in this documentary, was he using like 4 to 7-year-old poop?
Who knows? I didn't watch the fucking documentary.
I don't want to. Morty, if you want to watch a documentary about fucking shit, you go ahead. Even, you know what, you can give a review about it next week, but I'm good.
I didn't know this was your new fetish, dude.
Morty, if you need help, we're here for you.
This is the fetish that I don't want to actually get into. I think I found something about it.
Okay, let's stop this conversation. I think that's enough poop for today.
Oh, that was a great round of articles.
Oh, boy.
All you need to do is not fuck up the fucking video.
I got it this time. I got it this time. I promise. I got it.
Before you do anything,
I would not like to have to do another retake and then cancel that one as well.
Before you do anything, just copy and paste the fucking thing several times.
I got it. Okay.
Because I really like the opioid vending machine. I don't want to have to redo that again.
No, we got it. I promise you, we got it. Okay.
Be sure.
I'm sure.
Look, if you don't got it,
you're polluting the fucking recording.
I could hire someone else.
You can fucking cut it out. You can fucking cut it out.
But you're polluting it.
Look, I can hire someone else if you don't think you can do it.
Listen, you dirty ass fucker. That's all motherfucker. That's all for Blacklisted News and Reviews. Thank you for joining us this week, and we'll see you next week. Let us know in the comments if you have anything you want to tell us, if you have anything you want to see us do. I'm so fucking done.
Blacky, you want
if you didn't like it, just fucking dislike it, fuck it.
Dislike
Blacky,
it, unsubscribe, send us death threats, whatever
Blacky,
you want to do.
For those of you who are really intelligent and you don't like it, subscribe, then really unsubscribe, because that will help.